Raid 9 Auto. Welcome back to another Bit Legends video, fellas. So I just showed you that we're using two chimes. Chinese has a Ricky. I think it would be better if he had a some sort of support pet, maybe Earth. I know a lot of tanks have Earth and they're looking for a good time to use the Earth pet that gives shielding to the team. But you can definitely do it without optimal pets. 9 also has an offensive pet. I think a lot of people like to run 3 chimes just to make things a little bit safer, but I think you can definitely do it with 2, and I'll show that. Oh, this is supposed to be auto. Let me turn on auto. I'm over here clicking buttons and stuff. Let me turn that volume down, and there we go. So to be consistent, yep, I'm filming again at like 4 a.m. That's how we're rolling today. But we've been doing this raid pretty much all day on loop. Not too bad. The auto win rate is not 100%. I'll lose 1 out of 15, 1 out of 20 raids. It's doable. It's not to the point where you can just throw on auto, go take a nap for 8 hours, and then be good to go. Although I really did have some good luck because I did exactly that, so maybe my win rate's a little bit better. But anywho, not too bad. I have a ton of raids on me right now because we did a ton of ordeals on the Sunday gold find bonus, which gives you a bunch of energy, converted all the energy to raids, and I've been running these things pretty much all day. I dipped really quick into raid 8, and I had the Atom boost on. That's the 400% boost we got from some event. I think I have 2 more of those or something like that. But I used the Atom boost to jump into raid 8. I was able to auto persuade the Minotaur, which is one of the new legendaries in there. And I also got the last boss mythic that I need so I can destroy it, so I can make the back piece and the head piece. I might do that in a separate video because I kind of want to show the wish box system a little bit easier. If I put it in this video, people won't be able to find it, but I want to make it so it's a searchable video for people to get confused on that system. So yeah, it's a separate video for that one, but we got it. While I was looping this raid 9s, well, let's see. I got 3 set pieces. None of them were from the God or the Demon set, and it's not a good enough sample size. But I'm willing to bet that the God and the Demon set are probably more rare. We've seen that in raid 6, 7, and 8, where the boss mythics are super rare and the other ones are fairly common. So like you'll get a ton of crab helmets before you'll get a raid boss mythic. I'm curious, it's not confirmed, I haven't even asked, but I'm curious. I think maybe the God and the Demon set are a similar situation to that. Also, I've talked about in previous videos, at the time of filming this, there's no raid 9 wish box. And I don't know if one's going to come anytime soon. I'm kind of expecting, or I'm kind of thinking that it's a catch-up mechanic. So maybe we'll see it like halfway through when we hit the halfway time point to whenever raid 10 is going to come. Maybe it'll come out in the boxes. But again, that's just a guess. So anyways, let's actually talk about the raid a little bit. In the auto raid, you saw me run 2 tanks in the front and then 3 DPS in the back. And the reason for that is because when you're doing auto, things are going to die faster because you're going to use full launch. And if things die faster, you don't really get to see the attack for the skill that the boss team uses. So if you are doing manual, I still think 2 tanks in the front is the best way to go because the boss will hit the second spot pretty hard. Now, if you don't want to tank in the second spot, whether you're doing manual or auto, if you get a DPS or some sort of hybrid or something there with 1350 stamina, they can take that hit. And it'll take them really, really low, and you need a way to get them back to health. So that's why we have the chimes. Also, if you're doing auto, the boss fight's going to be longer. The boss does an attack team skill that doesn't really do much to tanks, but it'll take your DPS all the way down to like 5% health if they all have the 1350 stamina. So that's one of the reasons why I'm running the little angel pet. But with 3 DPS, chime, I believe, hits 3 targets. And so that's why we have the chime to heal everybody back to full after the attack team skill. But if you get really bad RNG, I think you can do 2 of those in a row or something. And I think that's why I would die like 1 out of 20, 1 out of 15 runs was just that attack team skill would get the guys before they had a chance to heal up. So you'll see that in the boss fight. I'll try to pay attention a little bit better and narrate it there. But yeah, tank in the front, tank in the back. I like the little angel pet a lot. I think little angel pet on both would probably be the best way to go. But I know a lot of you guys have the earth pet, and I think earth pet is definitely fine, and I'd like to actually test it out here. Chinese has one. I'm going to have him put on the earth pet eventually, and I'll see if it's significant enough for me to want to chat about. But, you know, not a big deal. So we are mowing through here, not too bad. Tons of damage off the boys. But yeah, the real trick for auto, tank in the front, tank in the back, and then here 3 DPS. Here's the boss fight. The 3 DPS want to get to 1350 stamina. So, all right, let's see how it goes. So the boss usually starts off with an attack front 2 skill that's pretty beefy. And we're waiting on my pets. There we go. That's the attack front 2 skill that I was talking about. Here's the chime pet that's going to heal everybody back to full. That's very important. Let's see what they going to do. Make a move, boys. Watch this be like the one raid that I die. It's always when you're filming. If you have a 100% clear rate on something, then you want to go film it for a video. The chance of you dying in that run is like 50%. But looking pretty good, looking pretty standard. There we go. There's the attack team skill I was telling you guys about. So this is why you want the chimes. They're going to heal you right back to full. That was the chime pet. And having 2 to 3 chimes is important because I've seen him do that attack team skill multiple times. So he'll drop your DPS to full, or he'll drop your DPS almost all the way dead. The chime will heal you up. He'll do it again. The other chime will heal you up, etc., etc., etc. So that's pretty much what it is. He also has a really strong attack further skill that we did not see there. I'm just going to show you some gear that I got. But he's got a really strong attack further skill. That's why you need the tank there. And you only see the attack furthest if you're doing it on auto because the fight usually takes so long. But anyways, over here. So we got the Giga Monitor. Remember that Raid 9 can drop these sets from Raid 1 through 5. They are a little bit different. So the weapon skills will be the same. They might be a different damage type. So if you see photon damage here, then the weapon of this set will be photon damage. One thing I don't like, and I don't understand why is there 2 different damage types on a set? Every single damage type on a set should be the damage type of the weapon skill. That's my opinion, and obviously it's right. So why does this have EM damage when the set is photon? Is it just random bonuses? Like, why are we doing that? Let's not do that. But anyways, and then here cold damage and then radiation damage. Why are we doing that? Don't do that. Nobody likes that. And then over here is the last piece I got. Crit and speed, and he got hit points and damage mitigation. We're seeing a lot of hybrid sets, and a hybrid might actually be the meta. When you get to the point where you're so tanky, which I don't think we're necessarily there yet, we're pretty close, but if you get to the point where you're so tanky and you don't need defensive bonuses, you might want to throw some offensive bonuses because they might help your pet out. And I might show some stuff. But anywho, this is stuff that I got from Raid 8. I might have got this one in Raid 9. And then this one from Raid 8. So I'll break this down, I'll get materials, I'll craft the items that I need, but I'll do that in a separate video again, so it's easier for people to find. So I'll show the team one more time, and we'll wrap this video up, boys. So epic is the way on me. I've actually had the Ricky pet on in the front. I don't think it really speeds things up as much as this makes things safe. So that little bit of shielding is kind of nice. Earth pet would work here, and of course you can use like hoof or whatever support pet. I'm using it because I got it, boys. I like it. And then okay here, I've run with 3 chimes. I've run with 2 chimes. Of course my team is very strong, so I'm probably able to do that. But this is offensive pet. And then here the chime. When you take an action, heal 3 allies with the lowest. And that works out perfectly with 3 DPS. If you had 4 DPS, I guarantee one would die because he's going to attack at all the DPS. It's going to get them all down to low. And then Chime's only going to heal 3. And if you don't get 2 Chime procs, then you're probably going to die. And then there's another Chime right there. So, and then Chinese over here with the Ricky. So again, I think him putting on Earth Pet would probably be a little bit more optimal, but whatever. It might not be enough to really matter. And that'll do it, boys. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.